we change the tempo
See,
and whatnot.
that's just interesting actually with Atif, like with the Duri album stuff in particular. I mean, you listen to the songs from the Duri CD, right, from the album, and you listen to the way we play them. You won't be able to say they're the same songs.
Yeah.
Even the melodies, the vocal melodies are different in some of the songs because. Well, I mean, it's because we have to liven it up a little for the audience. It's also because we don't like playing the songs the way they are, all sequenced and Bollywoody, right? We prefer to rock it up a bit. So that's why, that's where we come in on stage, and that's where our say comes in, is livening it up a little bit.
Being a producer, when you produce for artists with money and not necessarily with talent, what keeps you motivated to going for production for artists like that? Doesn't it drain you that you're making music for such people, and in future you probably don't want to face the same situations again?
I don't know if I've ever really produced for a very untalented person. I mean, typically, first of all, music comes naturally to everyone. It's a part of you. You're not human without music. Secondly, if someone comes to me who can't really sing very well, then I typically coach them. I tell them, go practice it for a few months and then come back. And then when they come back, they're on a certain level where I can record them. And if they're still not that good, but I can see that there is a good song, a gem in there, what I do is I take it as a challenge and I do it. And I'm typically happy with the end result. So yeah, I've never really encountered that situation where I'm, working with a very talentless person. Yeah.
Okay. We know that Atif recently collaborated with artists or musicians from Guns N' Roses, and so basically my question is, what is the thing which prevents other musicians from collaborations with other artists from abroad?
Okay, well, this collaboration was a part of this venture by this small group of people called Sonic Peacemakers. And what they want to do is they want to bring American and Pakistani musicians to basically bridge the gap between the two countries and do more for the development of the children here in Pakistan and raise funds, by these collaborations. So this is just one in the series of a lot of other collaborations that's going to happen. A lot of other people are going to be involved, from classic to genre. Nouri is going to be there, Shahzad Roy is going to be there, a lot of other artists, and they'll be collaborating with different musicians from America. So that is going to happen. So this thing was actually a part of Sonic Peacemakers.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just the beginning phase of things. I mean, it's the first collaboration that's happened, and where it was good. It was great. Like, I mean, obviously it was great going and meeting these people and jamming with them, and then laying down some tracks with them. And they were all very welcoming. They were all very devoted to the cause, and it was heartwarming to see that much dedication. I mean, you don't see sometimes you don't see that level of commitment even from Pakistanis whose problems these guys are trying to fix, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, it was really something to see a group of Americans being so involved, and they've got nothing to gain out of it. I mean, it's not like they're going to become extremely popular. I mean, for God's sake, the Guns N' Roses or used to be members of, and I mean, they've been through the limelight and all that. So it's not like they're doing it for any selfish reasons. It's great.
Their heart is there.
And these people are genuine. That's the one thing that we realized on the trip, is that they're genuine.
But is there an awareness of Pakistani artists in that industry over there?
The only artist they know is Nusrat Fateh.
Yeah,
that's it.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Pretty much. And because of the stuff we did with Peter Gabriel
and Pearl Jam
back in the 90s. But I mean, that's the collaborations like the ones we're a part of, and more Pakistani artists will be. These are things that bring Pakistani artists into Western media format, right?
I mean, definitely Pakistani artists are going to benefit more from it than most.
I mean, everyone back home has heard of Guns N' Roses, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they may not have. I mean, maybe some people haven't heard their music as much, but they've all heard about Guns N' Roses. But whereas in America, only the Desi community knows about Abdul or Nouri Chizad Roy, or so this will hopefully broaden our audiences and their listening as far as Pakistani music is concerned.
So don't you think that there will be more Pakistani artists who should make music in English in order to reach a global audience?
Well, what kind of music an artist makes, I can't comment on that. It's up to them. And if I want to record a song in German, then it's my right. It's my expression. So, I mean, if you're gonna make music to sell albums and make money as opposed to doing the art, then that's your decision, and that's you proceed that and you do that wholeheartedly. If you want to make music and express yourselves and connect with people, and that's a different. It's a different game altogether. So recording a song in English doesn't mean you'll be good at it, because you're just. I mean, if you're an Urdu artist and you record in English, don't forget you're entering into a market which is huge. The rest of the world records in English and caters to a global audience, and you only record in Urdu or Hindi, and so it's. Be careful.
But
I'm not saying don't. Like, I'd love to play in a band where we play English music. I'd love to, because I grew up listening to, to 90s rock and GNR and California rock basically, and my main influences in listening is English music. But I'd be trepidant in entering the market for sure.
And the other thing is with English music, I mean, we have a few artists in Pakistan doing English music, but if you want to be successful in English, you have to basically have a fan following in order for a record label to, give you an album deal. And that can only happen if you actually live abroad and you start playing for local circuit and then start building a fan base, which is not possible if you're based here. So there's only so much you can do.
With most of the Pakistani public listening to Bollywood music and not listening to Pakistani artists, what do you think the Pakistani artists are doing which the other people are not?
I'll tell you, wait a minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, so if you remember the period where Pakistani music really started coming up and people started listening to it, that was the time when Musharraf banned Z channels and all the Indian channels, and there was no access to that. So what did that do? That boosted our own music. That's basic economics. You put an embargo on imports and your local production goes high.
And that's something the Indian industry knows very well. I mean, that's the reason the Indian economy is doing so well is because they put an embargo on all foreign goods, and because it was a 1 billion man market, people came in, set up their factories there. So it works the same way for music.
All right, I guess that's all the questions which I have for now. Thanks a lot for doing the interview. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just getting started, man.
No problem. I'll probably have some questions for you next time.
Right? Let's turn the camera on. Let's ask him some questions.
Right. Thanks a lot.